Hello and welcome to Waylander's Wandering, where it's that time of the week again, and we're going to go through the Sunday preview from Games Workshop. Today being Sunday, the 26th of February 2023. Kicking off, we have for Warhammer Age of Sigmar Battletome Caradon Overlord, which will be available next week to pre-order in standard and limited edition formats. Again, as always, a limited edition, 500 copies, gold foil blocking, gilt edge pages, red ribbon page marker, soft touch cover, and it's limited to 500 copies. So if you want one, get your order in early, or be prepared to miss out. And for those self-same Caradon Overlords, we start with a man after my own heart, carrying his library with him, the Codewright. Caradon operate within the constraints of a baffling and labyrinthine living document known only as the Caradon Code. Fleets frequently head into battle with the Codewright aboard, as this brainy Duodin can navigate the oceans of precedents and footnotes, twisting sacred legislation to give his admiral an advantage. The moral of that story being, if you want to win a battle, take a bloke who can read with you. Those self-same Caradon Overlords will be receiving their very own Vanguard box with a formidable Arcanaut Admiral, a 10-man Arcanaut company, 3 Endrin riggers, which are the balloon guys, that can alternatively be built as spear-toting Skywardens, and an Arcanaut frigate to ferry your footsloggers into battle, guns blazing and engines steaming. Try saying that 3 times fast. To accompany these wondrous things, we will also be seeing the War Scroll cards for the Caradon Overlords, featuring all the reference cards, token boards, and everything you need to keep your abilities in check and, well, mash up the bad guys in it, bruv. And to continue our theme of the Caradon Overlords, we have, of course, our obligatory dice set, featuring what would appear to be 20 dice at 9 Games Workshop recently, a little over £1 each for the dice. A bit expensive, but hey, they're orange and they've got little pictures of dwarfs on them on the 6th side, so, you know, go for your life. Also for Age of Sigmar this week, we see a few regiments of renown being introduced, starting off with Nogrim's Runethrong, which are a group of dispossessed Duardin dwarves on their hunt for valuable runic lore. So if you need some, guys, these stout dogs of war, these hardy regiments of renown, these lovely boys, buy them, they're great. Of course, if the dwarfs aren't your thing, we can also go for the Coven of Thrix, which are a set of disciples of Tzeentch. So good old Chaos Generals will also get their support from the Changer of Ways, featuring many pink auras. And of course, the undead will not be left out, because why would they? Let's get in with Veramord Shamblers and get some zombie action on the go. If only Rick Grimes was here. Where is Daryl Dixon to save us from this box of 21 marvellous miniatures? All you Beastman fans are not going to be left out either. We are going to be looking at Hargax's Pit Beasts, a box of 3 miniatures of some nasty big monsters. Big monsters who are going to come and mash you up in it, bruv. Our friends from the forests, the Sylvaneth, are coming in with Elfwind's Thorns, a box of 6 miniatures, featuring some very nice sprites. Breaking these teeth in for a friend again. So let's get some Gossamin Archer allies by your side. And for all you greenskin players out there, I'm looking at you, Mr. Ravensrock. and Mr. Misadventures of Mr. Fish, we have Big Grix Cruel Shots. Again, try saying that many times quickly. Which is a nice box of 7 miniatures featuring some shooty stuff for your favourite green skins. And for the final miniatures this week, we have Warhammer Underworld's Gnarlwood Greisel's Eye, some nasty looking dark elf type chaps. The gladiators of Harkuron have descended on the Gnarlwood to shed blood in the name of their murderous god and hone their deadly skills. Led by Grizel the Slaughterer, this lightning fast warband is made up of exceptional acrobats who favour speed over defence. So expect some glass cannon work there, guys. We have a nice new Rivals deck with the Beastbound Assault Rivals deck, which the Forest of Gur are packed with critters large and small, and warbands who can harness these deadly denizens find themselves at an advantage when fighting in the Gnarlwood. Simply pop open the Beastbound Assault Rivals deck to find out what little bit of animal magic can do for your favourite warband. Or mix the cards with your existing deck to unlock new combos in the Nemesis and Relic formats. Moving on to the Black Library, we have Arkanauts Orth, which is a Drecky Flint novel from Guy Haley. So, if we're going to release the Caradon Overlords, let's have a nice novel about one of their most famous Arkanauts, which will be available in paperback. Moving on to we have a nice Warhammer horror novel, The Black-Eyed Saint, by Dale Lucas, which will be coming in paperback, ebook and audiobook formats. And quite frankly, the Warhammer horror novels and the Warhammer crime novels are probably the best stuff coming out of the Black Library at the moment. Get this stuff while you can. Next up, we have Resting Places, a collection of Warhammer horror stories featuring tales from Richard Strachan and J.H. Archer. It's 11 horror week e-shorts that come from 2011 and 2022, which is a nice anthology coming in again paperback and ebook. So again, this is good stuff. These Warhammer horror stories are genuinely good. Get them if you can. And the final offering this week, 15 Hours, an Astra Militarum audiobook from Mitchell Scanlon. Life is treacherous for the Astra Militarian troopers, and after a few weeks of training and transport to the battlefield, few guardsmen expect to live long. A mere 15 hours is truly a brutal average. So let's find out just how brutal barbarous war in the 41st millennium can be in this glorious audio book, 15 Hours by Michael Scanlon. I'm afraid that's it for this week, boys and girls. Short and sweet, rather like me. Thank you for staying to the end. I hope you find this useful. I love your faces. And before I forget, before I say goodbye, please support your local friendly neighbourhood game store and purchase from them. My favourite, Mighty Lancer Games. Use the QR code on screen now. Use the link in the description in the dirty down below. If you enjoy me waffling and you want to hear more of it, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Equally, if you'd like me to shut the flip up, leave a dislike instead. I love your faces. Thank you and goodbye.